Because whatever we say is a binding or contracting agreement with either light or darkness.
It's a verbally contract.
It's a verbal contract. What we do, what we say is a verbal contract.
Agreed.
But yesterday I had I had a rough morning. I had like 3 hours of sleep yesterday, right? Was it yesterday? I was up. Yeah, I had 3 hours of sleep. And then my son want to wake up at 5 o'clock and 5 something in the morning, talking about wake up daddy, talking about milk. And my phone ringing, I'm getting texts, my alarm going off. And I said, man, all of this is happening. And I ain't gonna tell you the rest, but I was rebuked. I got a text from one of my mentors, and like right in that instant, and I realized that I need to straighten up about what I say out of my mouth. Sometimes we think there's an in between, right? Like either I'm good, either or no, but nah, it's a verbal contract in the spirit with either light or darkness.
Amen. Yeah, speech, what you say, those things are there. Once it's into the atmosphere, I guess that it's there now. So trying to call it back. So
you gotta call it back and bind it up and all that.
So being mindful of what comes out of your mouth, and that's where you're having control over your emotions is important. So sometimes if you're in the midst and you are feeling some type of way, I think it's more like better to kind of take some time, fall back, wait until the smoke clears before you start speaking. Because sometimes once it's said, it's hard to
bring that back.
And it's already out there.
Oh, go ahead. Oh.
No, I was just gonna say, 'cause this is what I don't know if you had seen the video this morning about the verse of the day. The verse of the day is the
Bible app.
Yeah, the Bible app.
Oh, okay. I need to check that out.
This power of life and death.
The power of the tongue.
The power of the tongue is life and death. And so he did say the thing about toothpaste. He said, once you squeeze toothpaste out, you can't squeeze it back in.
Right.
And so he was trying to say that words, but two things that he said too. He said one thing was obviously the way that you affect people is life and death, but it's also how you speak to yourself. And you were talking about reminding yourself about your identity. And so you have to constantly remind yourself of your identity, of who you are. And then what you were just saying with what power Satan has, Satan only has the amount of power that we give him.
That's it.
And so it's we have to really be mindful of God's
y'all
word,
hearing this?
just thinking about what it is that he's saying. And then talk to ourselves the way that, life. Speak life to ourselves, not death.
What do we say?
Man, grace is important because when I said what I said, I got a text of rebuke right away. But even in that correction, that was the Lord's grace, because he was letting me know, hey, you got to watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? And now it's my responsibility to walk in that. Amen. And we're going to get in that too. So our function is to shine light, to make manifest. You said something key about speaking to yourself. And again, I'm on war with the New Age religion, because they talk about daily affirmations, right? And, there are people who would say, well, just say, I am rich, I am kind, I am this, that, and other. But your affirmation comes from your daily revelation or your daily fellowship with the Lord, because he knows who you truly are, even before the foundation of the world. So this is why, again, fellowship. We always come back to fellowship and praying, and not only to praying, being together with people, like-minded people, believers, or what have you. Fellowship is so important because it affirms your identity in him, and it gives you a firm foundation of who you are in Jesus. Amen.